And good evening. As we begin this, I want to explain that we don't have warnings at this point, but we do have what I would call a round of severe thunderstorms that are moving through the area that have knocked trees down in the last few moments. Just a little bit ago, we had a tree fall on a home on 65th Avenue in the 800 block. This would be, if you can picture where Lee's Donuts is, and drive south as you go through that four-way stop, it'll be right there on your left is where that happened. Now let's go to radar and show you what we've got going on. We also have an accident that has occurred at mile marker 153. This is going to be near 22nd Avenue, near where the Econo Lodge is in the eastbound lane. A car hit the guardrail. We do believe there is injuries involved with this. Meridian Fire Department, Metro arriving on scene as we go to radar to take a look. Now, again, we have no thunderstorm warnings, but we do have several severe weather statements that have been released from the National Weather Service. And let's go here and see what they have to tell us on this from the National Weather Service. Now, this goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Strong thunderstorm will impact northeastern Newton, southern Kemper, and Lauderdale counties through about 4 p.m. As you can see, this is moving off to the northeast. At 2:58, radar was tracking a thunderstorm over Savoy, or 11 miles south of Meridian. It's moving across there. Now it's moved through the Meridian area, making its way through Daleville, and will move through Porterville as we're speaking now, as we look at that. Now, we also got severe weather moving through Alabama, over here near Silas, Lisbon, Alabama. That's some pretty tough weather that's moved through Gilbertown, Alabama. We've got some there near Linden, Alabama as well. Now, let's look at this of what we've got all around us. Kosciuszko, it's raining cats and dogs in Kosciuszko, just a heat advisory, but that is strong storms there. Just to the east of Scuba, this will be on Highway 16 East as you go toward the Bama line, out toward Bennsville, that area there, Old Highway 45, out to the Bama line up to Geiger, Alabama, White Horse Mountain, all of that area getting a lot of rain. As you're coming into Scuba there, Highway 45, lots of rain there from Porterville into the city limits. It's not as bad as it is east of Scuba. Geiger, as I mentioned. Now, as we get into Lauderdale County, let's look at this northern portion of this in southern Kemper County. As we go here to Daleville Blackwater Baptist Church, down to Daleville there to the Samdale Monument. Look at that rain. A little bit worse as you get on 493 here as you approach the old Hughes Telephone Company, as you get right here at Arkadelphia Baptist Church. Look at the rain in there. And this will go east back over to NAS Meridian. A lot there across where you'll find Covington Fish Farms as well. As we get out near Chet's Paint and Body there in that sharp curve on 495, we got a lot of rain there as well. Still pretty steady rain as we look at the four-way stop there in Collinsville, going out to Freeman Tractor there. As we look at that on Highway 494, look at that rain we've got there as well. A little bit of a break in between Walmart and State Boulevard Extension there by Isles and the Rock House. As we go down North Hill Street, we're going to get into a lot through there. Now, I posted a video just a little bit ago. I was on 22nd Avenue coming into Meridian. The wind was blowing, and I'm not sure I captured just how tough that wind was, but it was very strong, and that's when we started having these trees pop. Now, the next thing that we need to discuss is, I know a lot of you are sitting in the dark watching me at this point. We need to look here of what we've got updated in power outages, and most likely I haven't had a chance to speak with her yet. I'll speak with Julie in just a moment. Let's look at this. We have roughly, let me close that and move here, 3,200 people in this area here without power, and then another 120. We'll look right here first. As we go here, this is 119 people. This is going to be in the Lost Gap area, Fairchild Cemetery, right in there, that area. We've had a couple of incidents there in the last few weeks, but about 120 people without power there. Here's Keyfield. Here's the split. This is going to be just due north across the trees there at the split in the Lost Gap area, about 120. Now, when we get to the Lost Gap area, to the West Lauderdale area, now this does include Duffy. Look at this. The Mosley area, Martin, all the way up just barely into Kemper there. It jumped on me, didn't it? Let's get that back open where we can see a few of these roads here and get zoomed in on this. This is going to be portions of Newton County without power. Here's Highway 19 even crossing into Newton County without power in those areas there. Chunky Duffy Road, look at that, without power. Large portion of people. Chamberville, if you're watching me from there. Cicalina area, all there from the Cicalina Fire Department, without power down Highway 494. Taking it all the way to Collinsville up by the Piggly Wiggly. This will go all the way to Martin without power. And make it almost all the way across the reservoir. And then we got a little stretch right here on the south end of the reservoir without power as well. Let's zoom in on this area here. That's Trail Race Park, and that's going to be the West Bank Park. That's right across that. Now, and some roads to mention that are in here. That's Oak Tibby Dam Road without power in those areas there. Now, we got a lonesome 5 folks here south toward Clark County, Heidelberg area without power as well. But that's the meat of what we've got. And most likely, what we're seeing here is a tree that has fallen and hit a major line going into a substation. So they'll be on that pretty quickly, and we'll have that power back as quick as we can. As we go to Mississippi Power, let's take a look there. Not a lot going on Mississippi Power and the Jackson side. As we get into the Meridian area, let's look at this. And we've got this scattered throughout downtown area. We're going to have about 50 customers here without power. This is going to be on 24th Avenue, around 19th Street, 18th Street, down to 25th Avenue. A little cell there of about 50 people without power. Y'all know those areas. Some scattered ones as we go here. We'll have one person here without power here right off of PSD, another little pocket of one person without power. We go up here to 35th Street, 32nd Avenue, a few folks right in that area without power, about 8 people. And then right there at 32nd, around 11 people. 44th Avenue and 27th Street, another strand of just a isolated area without it. And this shows you how this wind has been doing. South of 8th Street, 46th Place, 41st Avenue, a few folks without power there. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, here's a little area right there. It's 8 customers, and let's zoom in on this. Here's the Evangel Temple. I was right in this area a while ago when all that wind started pouring in. Quail Run Road, Valley Road, Quail Run Road, Officers Lake Road, that area right in there. About 8 people without power on Mississippi Power. So that gives you a general idea of what's going on with that. Let's check here as we look to our west. We need to check on our folks in Newton County. We got a few folks over here without power. We're not really a lot there. We're going to call that around 10. More around Crystal Springs. As you'll see that, we've got about 100 people roughly without power there. Mendenhall, around 10 people. Around Brandon, Mississippi, if you're watching from that area, about 41 without power. Let's look at the state as a whole here of what we've got going on right now in the state of Mississippi. And of course, Lauderdale, right at 3,000 people with their registering. We're showing a few more if you add all that together. And over in Newton County, a total of about 405 people without power. So this storm is focused mainly on Lauderdale County and gotten a few of you folks from Newton County as well. Now, the Alabama side, I haven't got that set up to quickly get to that, but I'm sure those areas there on the right-hand side of us, east of Meridian, as you get near Butler, has had some power outages as well. Be careful those areas there. I-20 is always it's dangerous, especially when this rain comes down. Let's go back to radar and take a look at what we've got. Now, again, the special weather statement is going to be running for another 10 minutes is what we're showing on this. We're showing this now the south of town looking a whole lot better. To the northeast and the extreme northern portion of Lauderdale County still getting pounded. Now, again, I want to stress there's not a warning that has been listed, but sometimes it really doesn't matter whether there's a warning or not when there's a lot of rain, does it? And that's what we're going through at this point. This will go up just shy of DeKalb. Let's go back over here and look at this area north of Carthage, Highway 25. If you're traveling 25 out of Carthage toward Winston County, look at that. You're getting into a lot of rain there, especially at the crossroads right there at 19 where you come across there. This area just east of Kosciuszko on 19. Boy, that's thick rain. Be careful. All around where Walmart there is at Kosciuszko, be cautious and careful. Not raining in downtown Louisville as we get to Macon. East of town, out by Mahana Bridge, you've got some showers is cutting up. And a lot going on here around Geiger, Alabama, as we look at this. This storm is rated at a 2-4 out of a possible 10, moving to the northeast, and will be reaching Warsaw before you know it. That's the direction of this. Here's Geiger here. right down in here. Let me turn this on to show you. This is going to be Kim Waste sitting right here. This road right here takes you on toward Gainesville, Alabama. Up in the bushes here, and that's going to be near Warsaw. As we go a little bit north here on Highway 17 and follow this storm, it's going to be approaching Dancy and Clark within the next 12-13 minutes. They're following roughly just to the west side of Highway 17 if you're watching us from Bama in those areas there. All the rain off of 45 to the east of it there in Noxubee County. As we follow this down, let's look at this area here in Alabama. As we see a lot here, Gilbertown, Alabama, here at the red light, we get a lot of lightning. But just to the east of there, Coffeyville, Alabama, it's, as you say, raining cats and dogs as we look at that. And a special weather statement for y'all until 4 o'clock. Winds in excess of 30 miles an hour, pea-size hail included in that. Be particularly watching this as this storm kind of passes through. And again, no warnings for any of these areas. But boy, we sure do have some lightning and rain coming down in all of this area. Right up here near the Cromwell Volunteer Fire Department, Pennington, Alabama, you got storms approaching you. Butler, it's kind of through the area. It's still raining in Butler, but not near as bad as it could be. To the south, as we get in these areas right along here, if you're anywhere near state line, it'll be there with you in 14 minutes. That's just to the west of Chatham, Alabama, as we look at those areas there. Anywhere right around here, around Bird, Mississippi, use caution. We got rain there. Jones County, nothing bad. Light showers throughout it. Jasper County as well, light showers. More heavier rain there in Smith County, north of Silverina, as we go toward I-20. As we look here, not much going on in Newton either, is it? Y'all are pretty good, although this weather statement expires in about 7 minutes. Nothing bad there. Lauderdale County now looking better. Our big concerns now, these areas that don't have power. Kosciuszko getting the worst. Louisville, y'all get ready. You're going to get a round of this storm coming up before long. Now, as always, getting a lot of wind out by the Ag Center, Carl said. Watch those areas, and as I stressed, we've had one lady that a tree went through her home just a little bit ago. I think she's okay, the last report that I had gotten on that. But trees are very dangerous when wind comes up. Never, ever, ever sit in a room to where a tree could go through it. Move to another area. I know they make great shade trees, but boy, they're dangerous. It's not worth your life. As you can afford, have those trees taken care of. Get rid of them. It's not worth falling on you during a storm. Calm and why not, Geraldine says. That's great to know there. Jewel, watching us, we appreciate that. As always, if you get a video of something you think that would help someone else in your area, pass it along to us. We'll get that up so everybody can see the areas that have damage and what to go around where accidents are. Let me double check just to make sure I don't have anything that I'm not aware of that's been sent. Takes a second for things to load, doesn't it? All right, we're almost there. I sometimes forget to check the inbox when we're live, and I apologize about that. Let's see here. We got some pictures of some storms, clouds, a bunch of cloud pictures that we're getting at this point. All right, we don't have any major wrecks or anything like that has been sent in. But that's where we are. This special weather statement ending in 5 minutes, the threat for Lauderdale County. And let's go back and just look at an overall view of what we're looking at here throughout the area. As we look at Doc's Toyota radar, looking good for Lauderdale County. We do have some areas there in northeastern Lauderdale County around Lauderdale. Getting wet now. Daleville getting extremely wet. East of Tumsuba going into Cuba there. McElroy Trucking getting some rain. York getting rain there. Pennington as well. And as we go down here, Coffeyville, Alabama, rough too. Our worst areas that we're looking at that is still live in Mississippi is the Kosciuszko area and fastly approaching, moving to the northeast area as it approaches Louisville area. Noxpater probably will get a shower or two out of this, but Kosciuszko, Ethel, McCool, Mississippi, y'all be on the lookout for this storm as it comes across. 25, that's a very dangerous road to travel right now. If you can wait a little bit before you travel, please do so. Now that's what we have at this point. As always, we'll be back to keep you up to date with the very latest when it comes to weather. We appreciate you inviting us into your homes to help you keep safe and, well, be aware of where the storms are. Thank y'all very much. Should there become another threat, we'll come back live to keep you posted as to what happens. Thanks very much, and we'll see you soon.